All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praise unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh, which is the name of the Most High in ancient Paleo-Hebrew. Yahweh Shai, which is the name of the only begotten Son in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew. The name of this lesson is going to be, we are in the 12th hour, midnight. Okay? So the first thing I want to start off with is, as of today, which is today's date, is September, or not September, Slovakia, December 6th, 2019, okay, or supposedly 2019, because you know that this man really can't, pinpoint it to be 100% accurate. Anyway, I digress. But how are we now in midnight, man? For example, there is no more evil this man can do that could excel the wickedness that he has already done. Okay, there's nothing else that can be brought out that can make this place more wicked than what it already is. And if anyone disagrees, will you please show me two things that can make this place more evil than what it already is, man? And the specific place I'm speaking of is America, but the whole world also falls into that as well, because the whole world follows after America. Okay, as Hillary Clinton said herself, once America pushes something out, the whole world follows. And that also goes back to Revelation, the 17th chapter. It says, "In that great city is that city who reigns over the kings of the earth." And who is that city? That city's talk about America, because all nations come to America, man, as they all look up to this country to, for example, over in Saudi Arabia, not too long ago, women were not allowed to drive vehicles. But just last year, or earlier this year, they made it now where it's legal, and let me say this, legal, I say that sarcastically because anything legal or illegal is just something that a rich man made up. It doesn't have anything to do with anything that's actually real. It's just a social custom. It's just a religious belief. All right, the belief in government. Read the book by the name of The Most Dangerous Superstition by Larkin Rose. All right, but that will give you some more intelligence, inside joke. But seriously, that's a 10 out of 10 book. I've read it twice now. I'm going to be doing it again, so you might want to consider looking into that book, man. Absolutely life-changing book. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Over in Saudi Arabia, they have it to now where women can drive and operate vehicles, man. Okay, which not too long ago, as I said, they weren't allowed to do that over there. But they got influence from America to allow women to do it over there. Because you got this whole thing with, equality, which is, it's just another tool of the devil, man. Because according to these scriptures, right, which, it's funny, is this country, right, America, which is Babylon the Great, not the Vatican, for you Seventh-day Adventists out there. All right, hold on a second. Yeah, this whole woman being equal with man, that's an abomination, man. If you read the scriptures, man is above woman. Men and women are not equal. And anybody teaching that way, well, you're teaching a false doctrine. Because according to the Holy Scriptures, men and women are not equal. Okay, now does that mean a woman's just supposed to be mistreated? No, it doesn't mean that. Okay, but there's roles. For example, a woman's not supposed to be in the damn military, man. Okay, a woman isn't supposed to be in the military. That shows that your country's weak. That shows that you're weak, man. Okay? Yeah, I mean, think about that, man. I've seen it before. Got some women that are maybe like 5 foot tall, maybe even a little less than that, in the military, man. Flying these multi-million-dollar machines, using the guns and whatnot. That's all going off, man. That's all wickedness right there in the eyes of the Most High. And that's what this country uplifts. Because this country, America, stands for evil. Okay, even the word America, if you look up the definition, the word even means bitter. Okay, the word America means bitter by very definition alone. Okay, that's what the word means. If you disagree, we'll look it up yourself. Okay, which a lot of you probably don't know, but this country got its name from a man by the name of Amerigo Vespucci. All right, America got its name from an individual by the name of Amerigo Vespucci. Okay, you can look him up and do your research about that man. All right, and you know, really, all of this that's happening, this is just a sign of the time we're in. Scriptures say, Jeremiah the 31st chapter, that the Lord have created a new thing in the earth. A woman, she shall compass a man. So this is really just a prophecy of these scriptures, man. Okay? Scriptures also say that the soldiers of Babylon, they have become as women. Okay? Which that's a spiritual thing as well, man. Because, you know, not too long ago, America could flex with its military. But now, you know, NATO, which is the beast of Revelation, the 17th chapter, and, you know, China, North Korea, now these nations are starting to flex, man. So now America's becoming weak. Okay? That's why the scriptures say, how have the golden cities ceased? All right? Because, you know, if you talk to people who were alive, you know, maybe 60 to 80 years ago, and you ask them, you know, hey, well, how was America, you know, 80 years ago when you were growing up? How was this country back then when you were growing up? And they'll tell you that, you know, back then, they're doing way better than it is today, man. And we can only take their word for that, because none of us were alive back then. Even if, you know, reincarnation is true, which most of us believe it is in these scriptures, that will put most of us alive around the time of the slave trade, if we come back every 300-400 years. All right, or maybe a little bit after that time period, whatever you like to say. But that's all we can do is speculate about that. We really can't, you know, pinpoint that as 100% accurate. You know what I mean? But anyway, which I gotta be careful what I say, man. You know how these devils are, man. They'll take your channels down, man. They'll take your videos down. But wait a second, I thought it's free speech. I thought it's free speech, supposedly. But it really isn't, though, because anything that goes against what they want out there, they'll take it down. That's just the way. That's the way this man works. Okay, you have a saying that goes, you can't beat the devil at his own game, and it's true, you can't. Because how the hell can you beat this man at his own game? That if something comes up that he don't like, he can just change rules in the midst of the game. Okay, you can't beat this goddamn devil. Okay, you can't do it, because this man don't play by the rules. He don't play fair. For example, y'all want to talk about, oh, well, God bless America. Well, why would the Lord bless America? Name me two good reasons why this country should be blessed. I am at an absolute loss of words for, I mean, my brain literally just dies at the thought of somebody literally saying, oh, God bless America. Well, why would the Lord bless this country? What has this country done for the world other than bring endless amounts of rape, murder, and robbery upon the face of the earth? There's nothing else that this country brings. Oh, I forgot to mention this. Of course, we got to throw oppression on there as well. All right, got to throw that on there as well. And that even goes back to the scriptures, because even the scriptures mention that in the book of, I believe that's in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 11th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. Well, you know, I'm not even going to get into that breakdown, because that's a topic for another time. But anyway, not trying to make this too long, just enough to get the point across. But this whole homosexuality thing, man. These other countries, hey, if you go over to damn Russia, man, they'll beat your ass to death, man. But don't get me wrong, those Russians are Edomites as well. The Lord's going to put them crackers into slavery, according to these scriptures. But with that being said, even the Russians are, you know, they're doing something right. They're doing something right, okay? But over here, you got all this freedom to be a homosexual. But if a man wants to go out and have two women, which may I also mention, right, even if the two women agree, even if they agree to both be in a relationship at the same time with this man, this country will still demonize that man, even though the woman gave their consent. And then he got the brother mind of God on there. Yeah, well, that is in the scriptures. However, that don't apply to this time period. Well, hey, brother, you're Antichrist then, because the Lord never changed. The Lord is still okay with everything that happened back then. He's still the same today, man. However, with that being said, all things are lawful, but all things are not expedient. So it's not expedient to go out and, let's say, kill a faggot. However, God is still with it to this very day. It says so in them scriptures. So if you disagree, well, I challenge your ass to prove me wrong. You can't do it, okay? Y'all can't do it, man. Y'all be jumping through damn hoops with, you know, your boxers lit with gasoline, man. All right? Let's say it this way. You'll be jumping through hoops of fire with your pants drenched in gasoline, man. That's what you brothers are doing right now with these skipjies, man. Or you know, to that brother, the mind of God, and to that brother, the Mies Kang, and to I'm still waiting for brother Mana to make a response video to me. It's been 2 weeks now, man. All right, so hey, look, man, I seen your videos, so I know you don't hurry, but I'll shoot you down the drain so fast they'll call you Tim Scurry. Inside joke. Shout out to anybody who gets that reference. But anyway, back to what I was saying, man. All right, there is no country in the world that has brought nearly enough evil upon the earth other than America. Okay, which this video is not even dedicated to America being Babylon. That's a side topic, okay? But all the evil in this world, 90% of it stems down from this country. And it's just a damn fact. It is just a damn fact. Okay, the same way 2,000 years ago with the Roman Empire. All right, the scriptures speak about Revelation, the 13th chapter. That beast who was not, and he yet is, even he is the eighth, and he's of the seventh. Yeah, now the seventh is Great Britain, but the eighth is America, coming back as, it's Rome, but Rome came back as America. And one big evidence to prove that statement is back in ancient Rome, you had something called the Flavians and the Patricians, which today you have Democrats and the Republicans. Okay, and what they would do is the same thing they do today. Same thing the Democrats and the Republicans do today. That was the same things the Flavians and the Patricians did in Rome. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because Rome and America are the only two kingdoms in history who actually voted in a king, okay? Or I should say a ruler, okay? No other nation did that, okay? And the scriptures clearly speak about, in Revelation 13th chapter, how this new beast, which is America, which is Rome coming back again, it follows the same practices as ancient Rome. Okay, it said it had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spoke as a dragon. Well, what you know, that's really talking about the whole political system, which is what I just rambled on for about maybe 2 minutes. Okay, which, you know, I don't expect a lot of you Christians to know that information, right? Would you ask the pastor, you know, any question about Revelation? I'll tell you this, man. I'm almost 90%, 80% guarantee. I'll 80% guarantee you that they're going to get whatever they're saying incorrect. But you might have some pastors like Steven Anderson, which he's going off. He don't know much, but at least he knows America's Babylon. So the scriptures say, give credit to who credit is due. That's in Romans the 13th chapter. Okay, so that man is worthy of respect, because as I said, the scriptures say give respect and honor where it is due. Romans 13th chapter. Okay, but anyway, getting back to what I was saying earlier about the whole woman in the military thing. That proves that America is weak. All right, because if you look at these other nations, maybe except for North Korea, or maybe China. China might have women in their army. I know it's one of them. It's either Japan or China. Might even be both. Had to do some more research on that. But Russia doesn't do that, man. Russia don't have women in their military. And if they do, well, where'd they get that idea from? They got that from America, man. They got that idea from this country here. And why is that? Because all these nations build their societies up to be like America, man. Okay? Which over here, where I'm at, which, you know, is America, Babylon the Great. Because I know you got some brothers over in you know, UK, you know, London. You got brothers all over the world, man. Hawaii, you got brothers everywhere, man. Alaska, there's some brothers there. Just, we're all over the world, man. We're all over the world. Okay? We're literally everywhere. Okay? But for those of us who are in Babylon, which is America, not the Vatican, for all you dummies out there who haven't, you know, learned to take that meat yet, because the scriptures speak about if one wants to, the Lord had a parable in the scriptures where he said if one wants to enter the kingdom of heaven, he must become as a child. So somebody asked him, well, how can a man enter into his mom's womb and be born again? And the Lord said, well, it's a spiritual thing. Okay, that's what the scriptures say. You have to first start with the milk, and then you move on to the meat. Okay, that's why a lot of these brothers, like even Sakari, you know, Guerrilla Hebrew, even though that brother is very intelligent, and I do respect that man. However, he is incorrect with Deuteronomy chapter 22. GMS are worthy of double honors and respect for their boldness of the gospel in Deuteronomy chapter 22. And I will boldly proclaim that. Okay, I will boldly come into defense of Great Millstone on Deuteronomy chapter 22, because that is what the scriptures teach. Okay, not going to mention it because I don't want this video taken down, but GMS got the truth on that topic, and I will boldly proclaim that. Okay. But yeah, as going back to name of the title, we're in the 12th hour, midnight. Okay, as in the scriptures speak about a time called Jacob's trouble. Okay, which we're now in that time of Jacob's trouble, man. Okay, we're now, it's not at its full, you know, force yet, but we're still in the time of Jacob's trouble right now. Okay, because you see all this evil increasing in the world. Go ahead and read Matthew chapter 23. Go ahead and read Matthew chapter 23. Or actually, no, Slakia, 24. Okay, read Matthew chapter 24 and Mark the 13th chapter. Okay, and you tell me if that's not what we see on the earth right now, man. Okay, all this evil. You just had the other week. You had Black Friday, man. I mean, goddamn, man. Where I'm at down here, man. You're not careful, you get your ass trampled to death out here, man. Last year, somebody got shot and killed over a damn parking spot, man. So it shows you the spirit of these people, man. Scriptures tell you, for the Lord have created and mingled a perverse spirit in the land of Egypt, which Egypt is America. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 68. All right. Revelation, the 11th chapter. All right. But anyway, with that being said, I'm going to say shalom.